we're going to go ahead and move over to an NFL team tier list. We've got all the tiers over here on the screen. You can see Super Bowl contenders, playoff locks, playoff hopefuls, dark horse candidates, fun players, not good, and tankathon. So which side of the spectrum would you like to start on? Because I think the top and bottom tiers are both pretty easy to fill out. I'm just curious
Yeah.
which you're most interested in.
And it's that middle section. I think the best way to go about this is in the order of the teams listed at the bottom. It keeps us bouncing from top to bottom. It doesn't lock us into like these are going in order. Gives us a little bit of dynamicism, if that's a word.
I don't think it is, but we'll go with it. So, starting off here, Patriots are the first team listed, and I personally, I think they're Super Bowl contenders. But I guess to be more realistic, I would put them in the dark horse level. I think that there is a chance that they could make a run at the playoffs, but not a very good chance. I think that they are a quality team that has made improvements with a good quarterback, a good coach, but they still have a ways to go before I think they're locks for the playoffs or that they are expecting to contend for a spot.
Yeah, I think, major improvements this season. You just like off the top of my head, that running back, man, Travion, man,
Cheers.
pretty high up there.
Trade them to me.
Um, no. Yeah, I would agree with the dark horse pick. They haven't shown enough to be that playoff hopeful team. They've put all these pieces together. Now we have to see how the pieces gel together. And so dark horse is a good spot for them right now with the, the improvements across the board. Really, it was dark days for you a
Yeah.
couple seasons.
Yeah, it was. I think we can blitz through some of these a little faster than
Hmm.
discussing each in depth. We got 49ers up
Oh
next.
yeah,
Do you have any I've got a place I'm thinking they're at, but I want to see if you're
I
agreeing.
I'm feeling playoff hopeful.
That's what I was feeling
Honestly,
as
it
well.
feels like they've fallen apart. They're not where they have been, and the years are taking their toll.
Yeah,
How are we on
receivers
the
getting less
Vikings?
healthy. Yeah, or Vikings. I think are playoff locks. I don't think there's any chance that they don't make playoffs. And uh, I think if JJ had another year of development, so if he had actually played his rookie season instead of Sam Darnold, I think they'd be Super Bowl contenders or bordering on that. But for me, they're gonna be in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, I would almost lean playoff hopefuls, but with how good of a season they had last year with Sam Darnold, they got to be playoff locks.
Yeah.
Ooh, now the Jets.
The Jets are the team that so you when we were setting this up,
Hmm.
you were like, pick a team that you think has fun players. The Jets were the team that I thought had fun players. They've got Brees
Yeah.
Hall, Braylon Allen, Garrett Wilson, Justin Fields, of course. We're big fans. So they're gonna be fun to
Hmm.
watch, but I don't think they're gonna
Yeah.
do jack shit.
I think it's going to be a tough first year rebuild, but they might be competitive in some games. They might not win a lot of them, but they might be competitive, closer to like the Panthers and the Chiefs game at the end of last year,
Yeah,
where it was like, how are the Panthers doing this?
yeah,
I think it'll
exactly.
kind of be like that.
Yeah. Then we got the Giants. I'm thinking not good.
Yeah, I think you could safely say not good.
You could say fun
They
players for their defensive line, but honestly, I think they're just not good.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! You ignored the most fun player on the team, the Mr. Jameis Winston. Come on.
He is fun, but he's not going to play. It's going to be Russ and Jackson Dart. Then we
Yeah,
got
yeah, yeah.
then we got
So
the
we'll land on
Dolphins.
not good.
The Dolphins are one that I have to remove my bias of being an NFC East fan. I want to put them in not good, unironically,
NFC
but
East, eh?
AFC East, whatever, same shit. It's not. It's not. I take that back. But I want to put them in not good, but I'll let you decide if they've got fun players or not, or if they're dark horse.
Honestly, they're kind of dark horse to me. They're It's weird. They've had a weird couple of years behind Tua with all of that Tua stuff. And then just the team as a whole feels like it's just been stagnant and they aren't getting better. We haven't seen them have a massive fall off. So they just have to be this middle of the road team. And I feel like Horse is those middle of the road teams that you could see moving up more so than you could see them moving down. So I'm going to put the Dolphins there. Is that a line with your
That's
non-biased
Yeah,
moves?
that's fair with me. I think the dark horse aspect is if everybody stays healthy and Tyreek doesn't like fall off a cliff age
Hmm.
wise and explosiveness wise. I think that they're a dark horse candidate. Um,
Yeah.
but if injuries take over, I think they're definitely dropping down to the not good tankathon tier, where if Tua takes another hit, I seriously wonder. Now Buccaneers, I think we're playoff hopefuls for the Bucks.
I would honestly say playoff lock, considering divisional competition
That's fair.
and getting
I
the
guess
division title.
I'm a little higher on this next team. I'll drop them into locks, but the next team is the Falcons, and I'm a little higher on the Falcons than I think you might be. So I do think that division is getting more competitive while still being relatively weak. But I'm okay putting the Falcons in playoff hopefuls rather than the other way around because the Bucks have proven something more than the Falcons have.
Yeah, and that's about where I would align on that. Would be the Bucks being the locked team and the one to take the crown from, whereas the Falcons are the up and comers. They're hopeful to be able to take that crown.
Okay.
Oh, this next team.
Cardinals.
I'll let you lead the way.
I think they've got some fun players, but I'm okay putting them in not good as well. I think that they're past the point of being contenders. I don't think that they're moving up very much. Marvin Harrison has to have a better season, and maybe some defensive additions have to do a little better. But I'll leave the final decision up to you.
It's hard to not think of Kyler Murray as a fun player, and with Marvin Harrison, you obviously want to see a better season, and you can root for those players. But as a whole, they're not good.
Yeah, I think Greg Dortch is fun, personally.
You know what? You added another name to the list. Let's throw him in fun
Yay!
place.
Who do they take in the first round this year? I forget.
Oh, good golly.
It was a defensive end, I think. Edge rusher or something.
I feel like it was. I feel like it was trenches. Walter Nolan. Yeah,
Oh,
D tackle.
yeah. Not as fun of a pick as they could have had. Then
Should have picked more fun.
should have picked more fun. Then maybe, well, they're already in fun players. Greg Dortch is fun enough.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we've got the Eagles, and I think that they are the first addition to Super Bowl contenders, obviously coming off that season.
Mm-hmm.
Great team, great, well-rounded. I don't think there's many holes in that roster, so not too much to say there.
Easy thing to agree with there.
Yep. You want to kick us off in this next few?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take the next few here. With the Baltimore Ravens, they're definitely a playoff lock. Are they a Super Bowl contender? And that's where my
little
my
heart
gripe is.
my little heart says yes. My little heart says there's 4 Super Bowl contenders. There's 3 on the AFC side and 1 on the NFC side. And outside of that, maybe there's 5, but my little heart says that I would not put the Ravens in the same tier as the Buccaneers. I would put them a tier above.
Okay. I can, with that frame of reference, I'll agree with that. Next up is the Seahawks. I have them as one of the dark horse candidates because they got worse. You know, they would have been a playoff hopeful last year, but everything fell apart from last year. I just have them as a dark horse where like they might end up having more wins than the Niners, and that would be crazy, but it could happen. I just don't think that they're part of the fun players or a not good tier.
I would personally put them in not good, but I'll respect the dark horse placement. I just personally am so low on Sam Darnold that I'm like there is no way that I'm putting them personally anywhere above not good. But we can get on to the Panthers.
And then, oh boy, the Panthers.
I think they're
my
dark
baby
horse.
boys.
I think they're dark horse for sure.
Yeah, I think that they're, you know, if I'm gonna actually order them, you know, left to right, they're upper dark horse.
Yeah.
The Seahawks are the bottom dark horse.
Yeah.
More of a shot in hell than the Seahawks.
Yeah, I think I equate the Panthers to the Patriots. I think they're very similar
Yes.
positions of the rebuild where they've got a quarterback, they've got some pieces, decent head coach, but we just haven't seen them put it together yet. And I think Drake May is better than Bryce Young, but I think that they're both in the same position of like the potential is better than the on the field performance so far.
All right. You want to kick off this next one?
Yeah, I think Jaguars honestly can go in fun players. We don't have enough towards the bottom of the list, but the Jaguars definitely have some fun players. I don't really see them being competitive this year, but I would listen to an argument against that.
Yeah, it's weird, you know, the coaching and the really interesting moves they've made. You almost want to go dark horse. I agree with your assessment that we don't have enough towards the bottom. The skew here is a little off, but I feel like they've got the fun players. It's just like hard to put them above the Texans to make it, from division, and to really think like, are we suddenly now going to get a Jaguars team that can rack up more than 9 wins and look decent?
Yeah, actually,
Don't
thinking
know.
about the actual definitions of the tiers, I don't think they make playoffs at all. I don't think there's any chance they make
Yeah.
playoffs. AFC's too competitive. They're not good enough to win their division. So,
hmm
all right, fun.
It's gonna go fun players.
All right, so the Lions, they're tankathon for sure, right?
Definitely. The blue matches up as well, as long as you didn't change the colors of your
No, I
tiers.
did not.
Definitely gotta just tank for Arch Manning at this point. You don't have a quarterback. I'm gonna go with Super Bowl contenders.
They were the second NFC team that I was like there's one NFC team, and then I was like, ooh, the Lions are good though. So they were like
And
the one
back
that
in
I was
line.
like, all right, if there's five, it's the Lions, and then it's obviously the three in the AFC. But
Now, of course, all of the Vikings fans are gonna be pissed because it was like, oh, we were both really good teams, and you just beat us in one more game, and we both lost in the playoffs, and here you are putting yourself in Super Bowl contenders. That's
I
how they sound,
see that, and
even
I
though they're
raise you,
from
JJ
Minnesota.
McCarthy, the big old question mark. So respect
Yes.
that, Vikings fans. From an
Yes.
unbiased Patriots fan, I think that the only reason that the Vikings are playoff locks and not Super Bowl contenders is JJ McCarthy. I said that already. But
Mhm.
next we've got the Broncos. And I think that they're probably playoff locks after how Bo Nix played his rookie season. I don't like him personally, but that's just an issue of me thinking that he's being overrated, which I still believe. But in the scheme, I think he's a very good scheme fit and able to execute the Sean Payton scheme very well.
Definitely. I think, when you have as good as a defense as they have, and then you go ahead and you add Job Aaron and you add an injection into the team that they did through the draft. I really like their draft. Their draft was pretty good, in my opinion. I can agree with playoff lock. Um, I definitely think I like them more than the Falcons, who we have yet to see what a true Penix offense looks like, and the Niners, who are crumbling apart into pieces of injury and trade requests.
I look at this next team, the LA Rams, and I see the San Francisco 49ers. Their logos blur together for
Mm-hmm.
me. I think they're in the same position where great pieces. I don't think it can be argued that there are great pieces on both these teams. Great coaches. I don't think that can be argued either, but there's just that little bit of can they do it?
Yeah.
There's something wrong with both teams. And now we get into the Chargers, the other LA team. What are
Hmm.
you feeling here?
Oh man,
I think they're
Chargers.
I think they're playoff hopefuls. I think they're
They gotta be.
yeah.
They really do. They
If
have things in place better than the Patriots and the Panthers do.
oh,
They really
absolutely.
do.
Absolutely.
So you gotta take them that extra tier above.
Yeah. If they do well this season, I don't if man, do you don't you're not online. Never mind.
No.
Justin
Mm-mm.
Herbert is if man. So that anytime the
Oh,
word
okay.
if
I
is
get
said
it.
around Justin Herbert, it's Justin Herbert. Anyways, Cowboys,
Okay.
can we put them in tankathon, please?
Yeah.
It's that or not good.
I'm trying to think of a single player that would be fun. I definitely can't think of any. Um.
All right, that's just being petty, man. We're big CeeDee
um.
Lamb fans here, but I think that they are in the market for a new team and a new owner, hopefully.
Yeah. Things really aren't looking great for them. George Pickens, I guess.
Yeah, their offense looks fun, but there's no running back to accompany the two
Yeah.
good receivers, and there's no great wide receiver three or tight end. Schoonmaker's fine, but
It's like it's bordering on Tankathon.
I'll put him in not good. I think
Not
I think
good. We'll go
Tankathon is
not good.
reserved for one team.
There's one team that I'm looking at in the
Yeah, of
lineup.
course.
Yep.
Commanders, I think, are playoff locks. I think they
Yep.
walk away with a playoff berth for sure. They walk away with not with
Yep.
that division because the Eagles are in it, but I think that they're
hmm
probably the 5 seed if we're being realistic.
All right, and then next we can go ahead and we can pull back the curtain and reveal the Saints to be the team in Tankathon,
Yeah,
and that's that.
it's not surprising. Then we got Packers. I see them the same as I see the Vikings, so I'm gonna say that they're
hmm
probably playoff locks, but it's tough to throw three playoff locks from the same division in there. Um,
Yeah.
so
On the one hand, though, we did have the two best teams of the NFC West in playoff hopeful. So we made space for it, We really did.
Yeah, that's true. Then we've got the Raiders. This is a dark horse team, man.
It really is. They're the inverse of the Seahawks, as I stated. Putting things together as opposed to trying to pick up a falling Jenga set.
Yeah.
Um,
The
I'll
dark
go
horse
dark horse.
dark horse tier, honestly, to me is just the if tier. Like I almost want to put the Chargers
It
here
is
just
the
because it's
Justin
like
Herbert.
if everything goes well, then they're gonna be in the playoffs. But then we've got the next Super Bowl contender, Kansas City Chiefs. We haven't seen a game yet this season, so I'm not mad about them yet. But just you wait until episode 1 of the podcast after week 1. Colts, honestly, I could see them going in tankathon. Like they're
Really?
trotting out Daniel Jones as starting quarterback, Elijah.
Yeah.
No team trots
I
out
am
Daniel
aware of
Jones and doesn't want an improvement at quarterback. So,
Who did they just draft? Wow,
didn't they draft Tyler Warren?
they did.
Yeah.
And
I think they're setting up for a new quarterback. I think they're setting their team up to have a new
I
captain.
I'm gonna veto the tankathon. I'm gonna put them in not good.
Okay.
After a few more teams, you might understand why.
Okay.
Next up we've got the Bills.
They were the last Super Bowl contenders on my mind. Or if we got the Ravens there, we got to have the Bills there.
Yeah, that's fair. I think the Bills have done really incredible the past couple of seasons where they did have a lot of departures and they continued to be good. And they continued to have young talent that did step up. And as long as you are projecting, the same tier of play from those players that stepped up, they're Super Bowl contenders for sure.
Yeah, and
Ooh.
what's his name? James Cook. He signed his extension, so there's no holdout there anymore. Texans, I think, would be playoff locks. I think they're better than the Falcons. I think they're better than the two AFC West teams. But actually, they got rid of Laramie Tunsil, didn't they?
They did. They did weaken their offensive line.
Which was
They
already
did
not
add
good.
2 wide receivers from the same
The Iowa State boys.
team.
Yeah. I'm okay putting him in hopefuls, but like knowing that is like the upper echelon of playoff hopefuls. Like they're right up there with the Chargers for how good they can be.
With the division, I think it's similar to the NFC West, where they are going to be the best in the division, but they are the best and they're just in playoff hopefuls.
Yeah.
Like they're closer to a lock. I honestly, given the same argument I made for the Buccaneers with that division, I think they have to go lock.
Okay.
Who's gonna de-seed them?
Yeah, that's fair. And the Rams and 49ers, it's like, all right, which one of these teams is going to stumble into the division title, right?
Yeah.
So that's why they're both in hopefuls. And all right, I'm down with that. Now we got the Bears, and I think they've got to go dark horse. I think it's the Patriots, the Panthers, where they've got to go in that same tier, that if tier, if Caleb Williams.
I think I can agree with you because if we put all of the NFC North teams in the top 3 tiers, that feels heavily biased.
Oh, I was thinking upper. They're a dark horse at the
upper
most.
dark horse. Yeah.
Well, no.
Yeah.
At the most, they're a dark
Oh,
horse.
at the most?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that they definitely are a dark horse candidate because they're definitely past the not good, and I think they're past fun players as well with just the things they did, the competitiveness they showed last season with the coach they had last season.
Yeah.
To
And
now,
they've got Ben Johnson. Yeah.
I see it as an improvement across the board from last season, so they escaped the bottom half of the board here.
Now we've got the Browns. Not good or tankathon.
Tankathon.
All right. And then we've got the Bengals. Definitely upper tier, especially retaining Trey Hendrickson. I think this is their last year of being like playoff lock, Super Bowl contender area. I almost like them more than any of the playoff lock teams, but less than the Super Bowl contenders. Like they're in a weird in between area to me.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I it's really iffy because I feel like they didn't make a clear-cut upgrade from last season. And we saw how last season went with MVP caliber Burrow and the team that just wouldn't defend.
Do we
It is really iffy.
do we want to
I
leave them in
think
hopefuls then? As like if the defense performs at league average or just below league average, they're in the playoffs, but we can't trust them to perform at that level.
I can. I'm comfortable putting them at top of playoff hopefuls, despite them being one of those better offenses of the entire AFC and thus the league. It's the defense that is the issue, and the defense, in my opinion, hasn't really taken a step. It's been stagnant.
Yeah. Then we've got these last two teams, the Titans. I'm feeling not good for them. I don't even think they have enough fun players. So I'm thinking they're stuck in not good. Towards the upper end.
I can think
but
of two players that I would maybe consider fun, but it's because I don't know what it looks like.
Yeah.
Like,
and then the Steelers. I'm criminally low on the Steelers. I want to put them in tankathon so bad because I just don't believe Rodgers can put anything together. But we know they're gonna be, 9-8. So
8-1.
8-1.
But that doesn't make you good, and it doesn't mean you got any fun players. So I don't want to jump them into dark horse just because of that.
Yeah. No, we're not putting them in dark horse. Hell no.
It's gonna be not good for me.
All right. And this is our final team tier list. I like this. I like how this has come out.
This is really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only one that I
all.
really don't like is the Bengals in playoff hopefuls, but I understand why they're there. And so I'm not pressed about it. I just don't like the fact that that's how things are, because it could so easily not be that way. But
you want to make that last second change?
I don't.
Put them right at the...
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Then we leave it.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can't have regrets if you don't regret it.
Everybody, let us know down in the comments down below how you feel about this tier list and how wrong we are about all these things. Vikings fans rip into us, Packers fans rip into us over those NFC North placements, and leave us.
Like, hey, you're still in tier 2, all right?
You're making the playoffs.
Hopefuls.
You're making the playoffs.
You're better than the Bengals.
All right.